Recently, the political atmosphere has taken on a different shape. The turmoil in Mekelle hasn't stopped the excursion in Balay, and many are commenting on the issue. Asmara, too, has received no less attention than Mekelle and Balay, and the continuation of the anger there is not to be forgotten. The military movement of the armed force positioned to overthrow the Isaias government in the direction of Asalb, and, simultaneously, the crackdown on the brigade and Medu leaders who opened an office in Addis Ababa have heated up the politics from Asmara to Arak Kilo, and from Balay to Mekelle. In this context, the speech given by Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed during the Sofumar Cave chat has drawn attention. The context in which the Prime Minister said there is uranium in Balay and in Mekelle, that people want to secede, but that neither secession nor integration is possible, is highly debatable. Following this, we will look at this in detail. Uranium and oil exist in Balay. From uranium to oil, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed has commented on two controversial issues. The first is related to the oil issue, and the second is related to nuclear power. These two issues are not to be taken lightly. Extensive commentary is being given about them. The Prime Minister's speech, which is meant to keep the agenda hanging and make it a continued topic of discussion, is an indication that the political heat between Arak Kilo and Asmara, as well as Mekelle, is set to continue. Be that as it may, 3 weeks after the Prime Minister announced that Ethiopia is taking tangible steps to use nuclear power peacefully, he stated that uranium and oil exist in Balay, Oromia region. The Prime Minister made this statement during a recent discussion titled Sofumar Weg with current and former officials of Balay Zone, Oromia region. The Prime Minister's speech, which was made public through state media in connection with this discussion, takes about half an hour. Regarding uranium and oil, he said, "I see this place as a school, as something we haven't touched yet. The mineral, as I said, starting from uranium up to oil is there. We have also found signs of oil. There are many minerals in Balay." The Prime Minister had recently said at the World Atomic Week conference held in Russia that Ethiopia is taking tangible steps to use nuclear power peacefully. In his speech at the time, he said that Ethiopia would follow a path of responsibly using the nuclear energy option. The Prime Minister, who said Russia, which has used the nuclear industry for 80 years, has practically demonstrated the result of science combined with vision, expressed that Ethiopia wants to strengthen its partnership with Russia in a way that is an example for Africa. This statement is a recent reminder. Although the Prime Minister did not say that he would use the uranium as a source for nuclear energy during the Balay discussion titled Sofumar Weg, uranium is used as an input for electric power and for various purposes, including weapons. From Balay to Mekelle, secession and integration. From Balay to Mekelle, Mekelle is ending the week shaken by protests from armed groups. Balay, on the other hand, was brought into the spotlight by the visit of political leaders. The surprising coincidence is that while the leaders of one TPLF faction are proudly walking in Balay, the leaders of the second TPLF faction are staying in Mekelle under fear. Whether this coincidence was planned or not, the two faces of TPLF and EPRDF appearing in Balay is a topic of discussion for many. The veteran leaders who stood out in Balay were gathered not only as the current Prosperity Party PP, but also in a manner reminiscent of the former EPRDF. The Prime Minister's speech is the main indicator of this change. The Prime Minister made a strong statement regarding the TPLF issue. In fact, he sent a strong message not only about the TPLF issue but also about the OLF-Shane issue. His speech that connected Balay and Mekelle is probably this. The forces he mentioned in Balay, meaning the OLF-Shane forces operating in the Oromia region. Think about secession. The TPLF leaders in Mekelle also have a similar stance on secession. But Abiy delivered his strong message saying OLF doesn't even properly know Balay. TPLF doesn't know its country. Reports indicate that the Prime Minister said that neither secession nor integration works in the political movements in Ethiopia. The Prime Minister stated that there are political parties organized to secede in the northern and southern parts of the country, but he criticized them, saying none of them knows their country. This Software Cave chat, which was broadcast on Monday, October 10, 2018 EC, involved government officials who traveled to Balay with the Prime Minister and former EPRDF officials. Amidst the discussion, the Prime Minister responded to the issue of peace, saying, "We pray for peace to come. We work for peace to come, but until peace comes, we will not sit idle. We will develop." He added that there has been no peace in Ethiopia for the past 100 years. It's not that there's more now, but we hear about it every day because of Facebook and YouTube. He said his government will follow an approach of developing with one hand while eliminating brigandage, as is a culture, and that peace cannot be sustained without development. The war and political movements. Regarding Ethiopia, which is in such a left and right tension, the Prime Minister said, Ethiopia will be a country that generations will take over and build. The issues we see in Tigray, Amhara, Oromia, and some areas will take shape and progress. The Prime Minister, who cited the TPLF and OLF as examples, said that the young people of TPLF at that time did not know the culture of Tigray and had emotion and anger, not sufficient knowledge. He concluded his criticism by saying OLF doesn't even know its place of birth, let alone seceding Oromia. It doesn't know Balay. The Prime Minister, Abiy Ahmed, who said that the one who wants to integrate also doesn't know the times, said, whether you want it or not, it's not possible. That history is over. There's no need to be tied to the past. He continued, neither secession nor integration works. The only thing that pays off is to agree and live in cooperation, allowing everyone to develop by utilizing their resources. In this discussion, the Prime Minister was supported by Minister of Peace Redwan Hussein, Minister of Labor and Skills Muferiat Kamil, Minister of Irrigation and Lowland Areas Abraham Balay, and Minister of Urban and Infrastructure Chala Saniye. Additionally, the Prime Minister's East African Affairs Advisor Getachew Rita, Macroeconomic Advisor Girma Biru, and Social Affairs Advisor Daniel Kibret, along with Oromia Regional President Shimelis Abdisa, former regional leaders Abdullah Jemeda, Kuma Demeksa, Junaid Ansado, Workney Gebeyahu, and former Tigray Regional Interim Administration Vice President Lieutenant General Zadkan Gebretensai, all supported the Prime Minister's speech and expressed their admiration. Regarding the question of war and peace, the Prime Minister responded that the war did not begin during his term, and that similar situations have existed in Ethiopia's 100-year history. He added that they will not sit idle with their hands folded because there is a war. They will develop on one side while working on the solution for peace on the other. We have reached the end of our news compilation for today. Thank you for staying with us. We kindly ask you, our respected viewers, to support Daily Ethio News by taking a moment to like this video, comment with your thoughts, and share the news with others. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our daily focused news reports. Until we meet again with more information, we wish you a peaceful time.